Hi everyone. So today we are going to start OOPS concepts. The first concept is what is encapsulation. In interviews, very important guys. People interviewer they will be confuse you why we need encapsulation. If I don't follow encapsulation, what is the problem? Can you please give an example? In this way, the questions will be asked as an experience or as a fresher. It's very important question, guys. Just have a look. Almost I'm going to show you two use cases for you how you can explain in the interview room also. Okay, first we'll see what is encapsulation, then we can go through the examples, guys. Okay, what is encapsulation? Now have a look here. Encapsulation means basically the definition, official definition means wrapping of data. Here data represents your variables. Data represents your variables inside your class. Okay, how we can wrap the data? With methods. That means via methods we are wrapping the data. How we are wrapping? As a single unit. How many single unit means to protect the code from outside the class. This is the official definition of the encapsulation, guys. But if you go on digging, you will have a lot of things you need to learn here from the encapsulation. Basically, encapsulation has another meaning as a security, data hiding. How data hiding is possible with using variables with methods. That is the meaning. Just to have a look, encapsulation means a wrapping of data with methods as a single unit to protect the code from the outside the class. That means user who are using the encapsulation, user can store the data in the variables. But these variables has some rules we have. How we can access, okay, to understand this definition. Okay, just if you know small example, then again we'll discuss about the definition. How you can implement the encapsulation. Basically, I can say that we can achieve encapsulation. We can achieve encapsulation. Okay, by two rules we have. The first rule, how we can wrap the data with methods means, okay, we need to declare the variables as private. Okay, the first rule, if you want to say encapsulation class, you should define variables as a private. If you providing the private, what is the advantage means? Here we can restrict from direct access. No one can able to access these private variables directly. This is the first point we need to implement. After implementing, suppose if you define two variables or one variable, okay, we need to provide public setter and getter methods. We need to define for each individual variable. Why we need the setter and getter method means to set and get the values of those variables. Whatever you are defining the variables, to access direct access you remove. We are providing indirect access via public setter method and getter method to set and get the values of those variables. This is nothing but encapsulation. We'll go through what is the advantage if we don't follow encapsulation while designing the class. What is the problem? Everything will be discussed. Okay, first let me create a small example about the bank, then we'll keep on extending that example. Okay, now have a look here. Now what we can do, let me go to our application. Okay, let me go to your workspace. Now here what I'm doing is let me create a package for you. Let me create a package. Here inside, instead of the basics, let me make it as a OOPS dot encapsulation. Whenever you are writing your classes, please try to make it as a separate package. Okay, now here I am creating as a class. Have a look here. I'm taking one bank. Maybe if you want to take any kind of a HDFC bank, let me make it as a HDFC bank. Okay, now this is a kind of a class. Now Here I am defining a variable. Okay, now what is the rule? We are trying to say that we need to declare variables as a private to restrict from direct access. How we are accessing directly without encapsulation, I will show you what is the problem. Now here let me define as a public. Okay, now integer balance. Just I'm defining one variable here. Okay, let me show you how encapsulation class. Let me make it as a private keyword, sorry, private modifier. This is one variable. Okay, how we can achieve encapsulation? Declare variables as a private. Second, setter and getter. You no need to write, you can auto generate these methods. Have a look here. In the source, in the top, there is a source. There is an option of generate, setter, and getter method. Right hand side, select all. It will be invoke setter method and getter method, both just generate. See, now this is nothing but a encapsulation class. Now again, just go to the definition. Wrapping of data with methods as a single unit. If you define private as a variable, if I want to access this variable, or if you want to set some value, you want to retrieve the value, direct access is not possible. Via public setter method and getter method only you can able to achieve the encapsulation. Just have a look here. Let me write one test class here so that you will get a better idea. Let me make it as a bank test. Here you know how to create a object. Now let me create a HDFC bank object. Let me make it as a bank equals to new HDFC bank. You can use any variable name here, not only the bank, you can use any name, doesn't matter. Now see here, bank dot, if you are trying to access variable, see, whenever if you want to set the value, let me make it as 1,000. If you make it, see, it is saying that what it is trying to say, that HDFC bank is not visible. That means this balance variable you restricted here. Why? Because you are defined as a private modifier. Private means outside the class you cannot access. Now what I'm doing now, this is not possible here. Okay, but how is it possible? Now if you define here instead of the private, let me make it as a public, then you can able to store the data. Just have a look here, you can able to store the data, even you can able to retrieve the data also. Just have a look here, bank dot balance here. What is the problem if I don't define as a private? Just have a look guys. Now right click and run as your Java application. See, now it is displaying as 1,000. Then there is no issue here. Suppose if you make it as a 100, now you can able to deposit as a 100 balance. Now you are able to get. But if I given as a -1, if you see, if I'm giving as a -1, now here the problem will start. See, now we should not deposit negative balance. I cannot validate my user data here. That is the problem if you don't follow the encapsulation. That's why here I am making as a private keyword here. I'm making as a private keyword. Now have a look here. Now you cannot. Then how I can set the data? Now how I can set the data means, see, if you want to set the data, bank dot, there is a method as a set balance. Now here you can define as 1,000 here. Now how to retrieve the data? Let me retrieve the information here. Now instead of remove dot get balance is available. This is nothing but an encapsulation class. Now how to retrieve? Run as Java application. See, you can easily deposit amount in the HDFC bank as 1,000. Now here let me make it as a -1. I'm showing both scenarios. See, run as Java application, but here also I'm able to store negative balance, right? Then what is the difference between by defining public as a variable, or what is the difference these two statements? Means what is the advantage means, just let me explain some couple of points here. What is the advantage of encapsulation? Okay, the first advantage of encapsulation. Okay, now have a look here. The first point is nothing but data hiding. Data hiding. I will show you what is the use case this part. First, data hiding means, okay, user will have no idea about inner implementation of the class. User will not have, that means he will not, okay, user will not, okay, will not visible, okay, he will not access, or again it will not visible to the user how the class storing the values in the variables. Okay, this is this definition. User will not, okay, user will not have any idea about inner implementation of the class. It will not visible to the user how we are storing the data. How I can convey this information means, just go to definition here. Go to your set balance method. Here, what I am doing, hope everyone aware about what is about this keyword. To refer current class variable, okay, to avoid naming conflicts, we are using this keyword. Everyone well known about this keyword. All in the previous videos we already done. Now have a look here. I am doing some kind of a user validation. Have a look here. If I'm writing as a balance should be greater than or equals to 100. Minimum, if you want to deposit in the bank, it should be equal to 100 or greater than 100. Just I want to deposit. If this condition is satisfied, then only I want to set this balance. Else, what I'm doing? Just I want to say, okay, amount. Let me make it. Amount should be greater than 100. Just I want to throw some kind of validation message. Now have a look here. Now let me run this application, Java application. See, the amount should be greater than 100. If you retrieve the balance, is equal to none. If you deposit, suppose here 100,000 and deposit. Now right click and Java application. See, 1000 balance is displaying here. This is a normal use case for the bank application. Now, okay, now have a look here. Where is that my slide? Where is that? Yeah. Okay, now he don't know. You are giving the balance, but we are doing a validation logic here. This is nothing but a data hiding, inner implementation, how you are doing, how you are validating. User will not have an idea. This is about a data hiding. Another point is a control over the data or flexibility. We can say any name. Flexibility. What does it mean? Means, okay, we can make, okay, variables of the class as read access. Read only is nothing but getter methods, or we can say as a write access. Write access is nothing but setter method. This is the one. Another point, either you can read access or write access, we can provide also. Okay, now have a look. For same example, how I can make it. Now see, as a bank, okay, I don't have an access to set the balance. Only I want to be able to retrieve my balance. In that case, just you can comment. That means this encapsulation class is doing. Okay, if you want to comment any lines of code, just this is the syntax. Just you can comment it here. Now, if you see here, this class is kind of a read access only. User will not have an access to set the balance. Now, in the bank test, only he can able to retrieve the existing balance. Now, if you run this application, okay, you will get obvious lesson null right now. Why? Because assume that here you have some amount 1000 you have. Okay, then if you go to bank, if I want to check your balance, just you can as a deposit available balance is displayed. So this is the meaning of flexibility, control over the data or flexibility. Either you can provide a read access, either you can provide a write access. Okay, now what is the problem? Okay, now basic same example. Now see some note. It's very important, guys. You will get a better idea why we are following encapsulation. Okay, we can validate. Okay, if we provide as a private, public, and setter method means we can validate user given data before, okay, before it is storing in the variable. Previously, if you don't follow encapsulation, you can able to store the negative value directly in the variable. If you follow the encapsulation, we can validate user data. Example. Now, just now we discussed it, right? Now see here. In the above program, just now I explained a program, right? In this program, okay, we can't store negative. We cannot store negative balance because why? Because validation given for balance variable. Now how we are giving validation? Just go through your program. Let me go to the program. See, if you go to the balance method, now here this is the meaning here. If you provide direct access, you can store. But here, this is nothing but a validation logic. In interview, you need to explain very clearly user given data. We can validate inside the setter method. So this is the advantage of using encapsulation. Okay. If someone asks, what is the problem? Another question here. See, what is the problem? What is the problem if we don't follow encapsulation while designing a class? What is the problem means? Just your answer should be, we cannot validate user given data according to our business logic. If you are not following encapsulation, we cannot validate user information. So that is your answer. So this is nothing but about a encapsulation. Okay. Now see here, wrapping of data with methods inside a class as a single unit to protect the code from outside the class. This is nothing but encapsulation. We can achieve encapsulation declaring variables as a private, and we need to provide setter and getter methods. Advantage, data hiding and control over the data. In the next example, I will show you a best example kind of a ATM machine. I will show you ATM machine example in the next video. Okay, please keep watching, subscribe our channel. You will get all updates in our Telegram. Thank you guys.